All on Brittany. I'm gonna zoom in on you and everything.
I'm gonna pull Elisa. Every time I film Lisa do singing Sunday, she's always like, just focus on the cat. I don't need to be on screen. I'm like, I feel the same way. But I will go in and grab all the meat, and then I can kind of show all of our tools and what we're doing.
Oh boy, we got some joiners. Hello again, everyone. I have the camera this time, and this is exciting because I am behind the camera, and Brittany will be featured during this live. So we are changing roles. Look at, there she is. This is exciting.
Trays of meat equal operant.
Yay, operant.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go see Kimba. And we're gonna do something new with Jasmine that we've never done before. You guys will have to...
Not on camera,
Not on camera, yes, we'll have to see. And then we'll do operant with some bobcat boys. We'll have Flint and Nabisco and Moses.
Yay!
So I think I've got everything. I have tongs for Kimba. I'm a tong person with Kimba. I have a stick, a much longer stick for Jasmine, and then a stick for the boys. And this very fashionable fanny pack that will have all the meat in it.
Oh
yeah. I work with the cat. So.
And I'll explain what's going on with Jasmine when we get to her.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
And we'll explain why operant is important along the way. And how that relates to medical things.
Yes, that's one of the most important ways we get them to cooperate with all the crazy things we have to treat them for, or do with them, or just to get a good visual on them. So, we put this somewhere where it won't get on our cute paper enrichment. And we want to start with Kimba?
We are going to start with Kimba.
All right, let's do it.
Yay!
Hopefully he wants to participate.
We'll see. Luckily, we are liked by that one.
Yeah, we have pretty good rapport.
Yes. Well, this is great and exciting, being behind the camera with you guys. I'm sure Brittany's not as excited as I am. Thank you guys for following along with us today. This is Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida, celebrating Giving Tuesday, which is a very big charity day for us to help the cats. We are raising money for our veterinary care, so a lot of what we've been doing today pertains to our cats that have medical things going on, and explaining how what we're doing helps them. So we are looking for Kimba. He's probably in his designated daytime area. Thanks for everybody that has donated today, or is donating, or sharing, and spending this day with us. Yep, there he is in this daytime area.
Yeah, I had a feeling that this would be.
Hi, cutie. Yep, right there on the platform. He's either on it, under it, alongside of it, but this is his spot. Oh, sorry. I'm playing with the buttons, my bad. All right, she's getting all of her stuff together. His meats. Go in her cute little fanny pack so that she doesn't have to take focus off of what she's doing in the cat she's working with. Prior to the little fanny pack cup situation, we used to just come with like a tub and set it on the ground, but we find that to be less safe because then you have to look down, grab what you need. Here you can just reach down, you know where it is, and it's easy accessible.
Exactly. All right, buddy. Would you like some treats?
And at first, until he comes over, I'm just going to stay back. Oh boy, yawning. You woke me up from my nap. There was a tiny bit of movement when he realized. Okay. He's going to cautiously check out what she's got. We're just going to slowly go over until he realizes that he's just getting treats. What may be kind of surprising about Kimba's operant is he's extremely gentle when he takes the meat.
I know, you probably got a leaf in there. Lock out.
It's okay. Very gentle. Takes with his front teeth. So, commands that we work on are all natural behaviors to them. We're not making them do tricks per se. It's getting their attention, getting them over to the side of the enclosure. We get them in lockout just in case we ever need to shut them in there for any reason, whether it's vet purposes. We will typically do vaccines in their lockout with treats. Down, which she had done earlier.
Good job.
So we can get a full look at them.
We had minimal grumbly growling.
Minimal grumbly growling,
only
which is
had
good.
to call him a couple of times. Sometimes he will, if he's cozy or if he doesn't like trust the situation. I've seen him just stay like a statue on his platform. But yeah, he's always been super gentle. He takes them with his small front teeth.
Yeah.
And usually has to shake it, make sure it's not alive. And then he's been really, really good with operant. He will follow pretty much anywhere during a session, which is really, really nice. So if we needed to shift him somewhere totally separate or the vet needs to see him walk, these are the types of things that we do. Afton could be filming what we just did to send it to the vet if we had an issue that we wanted checked out. Now he's on his other afternoon platform watching from a distance. He's going to see us go to Jasmine
Right through
next.
there. There he is, right there.
So he was a very good boy. That was a very good session. Getting them into the lockout would help if it was time for vaccinations for him, or we just needed an up-close photo of maybe a spot on his hip or his leg or something like that, because you can walk on all sides of a lockout, so it gives you a really good vantage point. So.
And then tell us why we would be raising that money and featuring Kimba in vaccines.
My baby boy, yes. So Kimba and Simba are actually both due for their vaccines, but they are also going to be neutered. So we don't have an exact date yet, but Dr. Justin will be coming to neuter both of the boys. We know it's going to help them long term, health-wise, and we're hoping it'll calm him down. Yeah, just slightly. I mean, we love his spicy attitude. That's him. That's his prerogative. But we would like to see him just feel a little more relaxed here. So we're going to give that a go. Again, don't have an exact date, but they talked about it being December, but it could be sometime in the new year.
It is in our near future.
Yep, very near. And he's going to be very upset with us, I think, initially.
We'll have to build that bank account back up.
Yes, but the good news is we've got pretty good bank accounts right now. So the day that we need to either shift him for darting him and sedating him and taking him in for that procedure should go pretty smoothly. So you're such a good boy.
Yes.
He's like, but you're still there, so I might.
Even though he's spicy in a captive setting, that can be stressful for him. And it can be stressful for us. So I think it'll be good for him. And hopefully he calms down a little bit. He has people that he really enjoys and doesn't mind being around, but he also has people that he very much minds, which is the majority of everyone.
Yeah. That'll be interesting to see how that might change for him, personality-wise.
And especially for Simba, his captive behavior is, I can't say self-mutilation because he's not harming himself, but he bites his back legs and he will actually physically swallow his tail. We don't encourage that, but also we can't fully stop it. He is on medication to keep him a little not as on edge, but he still displays that behavior. So we are hoping that just through the crack. I don't know if they can see that. It's just like he's right there. So hopefully he will calm down that behavior.
Yeah.
And maybe not hate me anymore.
Yeah. That's the hope, is everybody makes new friends out of that situation.
Yeah. We're gonna head over to Jasmine and probably set you up on a tripod unless Carol shows up. She can take over.
Yeah.
And I will explain what we're doing. Oh, I'm going in reverse when I need to go forward. All right. Oh, you're okay. You got snacks. Oh, did you get snacks? There he is. When we neuter, we just take out the testicles, just like neutering a dog or your domestic cat. We just remove the testicles. Oh boy. She's right on time. All right, we're here with Jasmine. And she is. Would you like to multitask and hold this one too for safety measures?
I'm gonna do the operant. She's gonna do the
filming and filming.
SWAT, if you wouldn't mind holding the live.
Absolutely.
It's just safer, otherwise we can use the tripod.
Yeah, I brought the tripod, but I figured I might not know we have the best angle. Look at this cool thing we're doing. Yes, nobody can see it.
That would be terrible, huh?
So I have, and they don't know this, the SWAT. And I took a tongue depressor and I medical taped it to an operant stick. And I'm going to dip it into this stuff here. It's a fly repellent ointment, and I'm going to put it on her ears. She's got flies on her ears and they bite. If you get on it, it's not a problem. If you leave it, that could be a huge problem. It can cause fly strike, which is where they can, oh, I thought that was like a bug on the corner, scared me. Cause them to bleed. They can lay their eggs in that area, and the maggots can actually eat their flesh. In smaller animals, it can be fatal. These guys, it would just be painful and rude, because it's just neglect is what that is. It is completely treatable.
He acts like it tastes very good. No, it does not taste very good.
No, it smells okay, but I don't think it tastes good.
Brittany, I hate the screen protector you have. I can hardly see a thing.
Yeah, and it also, lately my phone has just been doing that. It's a new thing. It's
Oh,
not
dear.
adjusting to the light. Like when it should be brighter screened because you're in bright light, it's not, it's no longer doing that. It started like a week or so ago.
Can people still see it? Okay?
People can see it's hard on our end. It's always hard on our end.
Cat.
It's always. So would you like me to just get her in a down position
Yeah,
and keep
and
her
then I'll
there?
just stay standing, and then maybe she'll be focusing down, and I can just.
Jasmine. Jasmine. I have a treat. Down.
I want so badly to do this right.
I got it on her forehead. That was a good one. I'll try to get that
Except
off.
for the eye.
Here.
I'll get on this side of you.
Jasmine.
Oh no.
Whoops.
She's the treat. She's the treat.
Down. Here.
Oh. Oh, that was a good one.
Ciao.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but one of the things that helped PETA bring down Jeff Lowe was the fact that he was not treating his cats for fly strikes, and they were having those horrible issues.
Come here.
I almost think I can get it with the stick. You're being very good.
Yeah, totally looking good.
Neil.
There you
Perfect. I was
go.
like, I hurry because I have one treat
I feel like
left.
it's like feeding a baby and you get all over the face and use the spoon to like get it off. I feel like that's what I just did.
Good
job,
honey.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you're a good girl.
Now we get that ickiness away, and we'll keep a close eye on it. Probably have to do
show
some
off your.
Your new fanciness. Good job.
Doesn't smell bad though. Oh,
I dotted my nose. She
with
put it on her
I
own
went to,
nose.
like, I'm just like, fine.
No flies for you.
It does feel good.
No, that was a very easy session. You just had to lay there. We didn't make you do anything.
Now you can see how
else.
Operant can help with medical things.
Yes. That was the whole purpose of the entire program. Keepers try to come out at least once a week while they're here, work with their assigned cats to get them used to coming to the side, laying down like that for an extended period of time, going into the lockout, anything that we could use to either take photos, get videos, or if Dr. Justin is here, make it easy for him to get up close for darting and all of those things. So
Well, I am really impressed. I mean, no cat wants anything icky smeared into their fur, and yet you guys.
And I got to wipe off her face. I sorry.
also, she's a perfect tiger, so she was going to be a good example anyway, huh? And Kimba did good. You missed that, Carol, but he came over. He
did.
participated.
I stayed far
Really
away.
well.
You know what I heard this morning is the sound of a bobcat call, like they're in heat. Who is that?
It's Frankie.
It's Frankie. Yeah, Frankie is having a masculinity off with Shiloh.
Yeah.
Now that he's moved over there, he's just unsure about him. He could care less about Filmo, but Shiloh, which is
And
odd.
he's seen Filmo though, because he lived across the street and he
Yeah.
stayed in that den closest to
That's
Frankie.
true.
But I don't know if he likes the size of Shiloh, but he tries to be the bigger
Well,
bobcat.
but he
Well,
lived
he had
next
a really
to
big voice.
Gilligan. Yeah, he had Gilligan visual for a long time too, and he was always chill with him. But yes, if you hear that screaming, I think that's what people have heard on Summer's camera late at night, is Frankie in his new enclosure.
And I don't hear boys do that often. It's usually the girls that make
No,
that.
yeah, that's
I've
why
heard Dryden do it a few
Yeah.
times, but it's been a while.
I just hear like the little low squeaks and stuff. But yeah, he's trying to prove his dominance.
You did a good job. You did good.
You did good.
I almost want to try and put some on your booty. You got some flies over your booty.
I don't have anything left, so be a good girl. Oh, good girl.
Now you're gonna be greasy, and people are gonna be like, "She's got something greasy on her." We had to use it with Tom. Tom would always be like, "What's on her?"
Oh yeah.
It's health. That's what it is. Good girl. You was a very good girl.
You were a very good girl.
Now I know that you don't mind.
All right, well, we are going to go see the Bobcat Boys. So this will make Frankie
Bobcat Boys?
extra not happy. Yeah.
And Nabisco.
And then we're going to go see Moses.
Yeah.
He was in that little den this morning sleeping.
Oh my
He was
gosh.
so adorable.
It's so precious.
I have pictures of him in there. He is really cute. I'm glad he found it.
Me too.
And he's able to get in there okay.
Yes, me too. Because he was obsessed with that underground flower pot in their old enclosure that he had basically his whole life living here.
I
And then
don't know how he got in and
no, but seeing him up in that was like, oh, you found your next like haven. Safe place.
I don't really know who lives.
All right, so Flint and Nabisco. I can't promise they're going to be as well behaved as the tigers we just saw, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you.
You are so good. You are so
So good.
I'll leave that over for in case you need it again, okay, honey?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully taking away that yucky pumpkin.
Thank you very much if there have been any donations as well. I feel like this one should get a lot of donations because I'm never on camera. It's like a special ordeal here. All
I'm
right,
digging it.
so
I think she just volunteered to hand out the small cat enrichment. Oh, this thing has a mind of its own. There it is. I just took out a palm tree. Oh boy. Okay. I see people thanking for donations, so I will thank you as well. There's a little thing going on saying donate for Brittany.
all right, well the first objective is making sure we separate them.
All right. Why are we separating them?
Because when two cats live together, we never want to give them the opportunity to feel like they need to compete with each other, fight over food, harm each other in any possible way. So we try to make sure that there is a door between them. Now, if I had a second keeper with me, with their own stick and their own meat, we could technically work with them together. But with these two, it's usually just safest to separate them.
Yeah.
Gotta find them first. though.
Especially for Nabisco, because Nabisco does not hear, so he would never hear the warning calls that Flint gives when it comes to food.
Alright.
There's one.
Here's the other.
So she's lowering the door to the tunnel to keep them separate.
All right, kiddo.
So we were featuring Flint because he's our little glass bone boy. But you can't give anything to Flint without giving it to his brother from another mother.
Yes, and Biscuit,
This would not be fair.
it has a really special place in my heart because he was my very first ever assigned cat for Operant, and he was also brand new. So not only was I his first, he was my first. So we learned together for a whole year, and he got pretty good. I hear some of his bad habits have come back, but since he came right over.
Oh, what just happened?
Yes, that'll happen. So oh wait, did it stay? There we go. Like,
Sorry
sometimes
about
it gets-
it. Just decided to just stop doing what it's supposed to.
Is it still live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Down.
That is one of the naughty behaviors she was referring to.
With him, it's all about speed. You got to get it in there fast before he decides to stick his paw out for it. And I'm going to pick up that piece and get the seasoning off of it, and we'll reuse it. There. This stuff.
Now he gets it. Woo! No, I don't have it, hun. Little
Can't
spicy
help but
boy.
use that paw sometimes. Nabisco. Down. You already got it. Okay, session's over. We'll end on a sour note, unfortunately. We never ever tell the cats no, so the best that we can do when they start to get a little too crazy is we will end the session and walk away, or we can reset by walking them really far away and kind of resetting their mind as to what you're doing. He's come so far though. I mean, he used to climb head height and stick both front paws out at your face when you would approach him, and now it's just always that one little paw that he feels like he needs to feed his own mouth with.
I'm being helpful.
Yes, he's so helpful. He's precious. He's come a very long way. Good job overall, buddy. I mean, could have been way worse. Although your mosquitoes over here are pretty rough. All right, well, we have a little spy. Where'd he go? Flint! Oh, way over there. Flint! Flint!
Oh.
There we go. Hi, bud.
We're creeping.
We'll see if we've made up. So I am the one that trapped him on
Oh,
all
for
the
his
Monday
vaccine?
vaccines, and so I was hoping he'd give me the time of day, but we'll honestly have to see. If not, I honestly think she would.
Oh, thanks for, I can't see how much is being donated, so thank you for the update that I could see. We are at $6.50.
Oh, Flintster! Flint! Come around. Not play the game of the den.
Oh, there's
Flint, treat.
Kimona. It's okay, honey. If you've gotten our calendar, you'll see that she is featured on the back page. I was so happy for her.
I don't think I'm forgiven, you guys. It was really bad. There were too many people around that Monday night when we were trying to trap him for his vaccine. And after everybody left, I managed to lock in and lock out, and
You're right there.
come here. And ever since then, he, like, for 2 days wouldn't even look in my direction.
He's sniffing the air though. Like
I know. He's got to be aware that we've got something for him.
Little peeky eyes. What's that?
I was gonna say, otherwise I know Kilona would participate.
Are you peeking?
Flint.
Oh, peeking with some hisses. Oh my gosh, mosquitoes. We're so close.
I know once you get the first one, you'll understand.
Yeah, he's right there.
No. Doesn't trust all the people. Too many people? Flint. So there's actually, for cats like, well, in this situation, or for a cat like Jinx, who likes to play these hide and seek games in order to get treats. And we don't really want to encourage that. We want them to immediately come over, because if it was an emergency situation, we would, you know, time needs to be on our side. So I was always taught that, okay, if they don't want to participate, then you teach them that you leave and they don't get treats, and you don't stand around and beg them for too long. So
No, we can always try somebody
yeah,
else.
we can try somebody else. There goes
Dryden's like,
Dryden.
I'm out of here.
I was gonna say, he's actually pretty good as well. Would you participate? I can give you one up there.
Aw,
You don't want it?
little legs.
Nobody else can have it. You put your tongue on
You can just see her little tongue.
it. So this is a much more difficult cat, clearly.
There, now you can see her little face.
Kilona. There's more where that came from.
Do you need, if I'm hovering, if you go down there, I won't hover. What do you think? Miss Lady? Go get some snacks.
Kilona.
Go Go get some snacks, honey. Ooh. We're getting the look.
Hello.
Okay, here. I go this way and go get you some treats, baby. Tough crowd. Flint is still standing strong on top of the tank. I'm into it, but I'm not into it. I don't know how far he went.
No, I don't know where he went either. He's actually really, really good at operant.
How big are your pieces? We can give him a little miss. Ooh.
Yeah, they're kind of bigger.
But it'd be very cute.
Alright, well this one was already in your cage, so you're gonna have to get one more treat. That is the daintiest bite I've ever seen in my life.
Yummy.
Where's brother? No.
As our updates are just salsa, that's a good question. The
Yes.
Facebook has not been added to it.
Correct. Yep.
It's over 44. Which group of cats at Big Cat Rescue have their own sticks? That is Sue and Lakota, because they are on quarantine for their lives. They can't share mouth things with other cats. So that is why they're on quarantine. They have their own cleaning tools.
I guess you just got caught for vaccines too. The trust here is
Yeah, it's a
definitely
bad
needs
corner.
replenished. You gotta give a little. She just doesn't want it.
That's as safe as her hand goes.
Yep, can't go any farther. Alright, where's brother? I'd like to show somebody doing operant other than Nabisco. We'll still go to Moses.
Do you hear her? She's playing with it. Do you hear the jingle bells?
If you want to go feature that, I think that's a bigger hit than what's happening over here with our scaredy cat.
I can. If he's tough to come right over, I'll go over there. I don't want to deprive anybody of snackies.
It's definitely going to be the hardest part of the fight.
The only time you're like, why are their cages so big?
I know. It's good and bad for us.
And those shy ones are pretty good at camouflage.
Well, I've looked at all of his secret spots.
Oh, she found him. So we will slowly see how this goes. Oh, no, he's totally running from her. Here he goes. Into the den.
Back where he came from.
Oh yes, Kelowna and Dryden are very shy. They were born wild. Oh, there goes Kelowna.
He's right in the edge of the den looking at me.
Okay, here, I'll go over and we'll go see the jingle bells and see if that helps. So she's having trouble with Dryden, but she's gonna still try and work with him because he typically comes over, but he's probably unsure about the both of us. But I hear a jingling sound coming from Miss Summer. she decided she liked one of the toys we put in. Oh my gosh, she has it in the back section. So she has it in the this section here. She carries it in her mouth. So this girl has moved her toy all the way to the third section. She has 2 sections, and I will show you what she's done because she picks it up in her mouth and carries it. And I caught footage of this earlier, and I will share it on our YouTube channel. But all of her toys were placed in here, and the only way she can get it over here is by carrying it through here. There's a tunnel that goes along the side of here, and then she has brought it over here, and I don't know if she's trying to get it into her lookout.
That was probably all the jingling was her trying to get it through that doorway. Oh my
The
gosh.
little
that's
tail.
hilarious.
What'd you get?
How did you do that? You're such a little girl.
Just carrying it around.
You are such a little girl.
Oh, thanks. Commenting on my nails now.
I know, I have snacks. Her little nose
Here,
is going.
see?
Her little nose is going. Here, I picked out the very tiniest.
Oh, she gonna give you a snack. Oh, yummy. These are very exciting since she gets mush for a living.
Good job.
Oh,
You want to
boy,
go in your
this is
lockout?
very
This is the last one. Lockout.
What a good girl.
Good
Look at this
girl.
impromptu session with Summer.
I knew you were going to end up being a very good operant girl. Very food motivated. This is what you want cats like them to do.
She's learned in such a short
She
time.
is. You're a pro. You're an old pro. Yes, you are. Yeah, I figured if I started working on operant conditioning with her, getting her used to when she sees one of us, like she'll follow along. So if we do want to shift her from one place to another, but
which is difficult.
she
to
has that little mat.
shift and lock out.
You have a mat.
Well, that's
developing.
not how we do that, lady.
No. She's got a little mat between her shoulders. And so my goal is to get her used to the operant situation, so she's used to something coming to the side of her cage. Then I'm going to move on to giving her a sickle at the side of the cage and trying to use the scratcher with her.
That little tail.
Yeah. So I was trying to see the other night, I'm like, how handsy is she? Exactly. And she did really, really good. So yeah, you did that so well. You kept your hands to yourself. Go teach Nabisco. Well, it's funny too because every session is different. You can work with the same cat for a year, and just depending on the environmental, you know, the weather, people around, if there's a project going, if there was a loud noise that morning or something like that, they can all kind of change their behavior. So you truly never know exactly what you're going to get when you come out for an operant session. The goal is always the same, to work on, you know, those 3 to 4 commands.
Oh my goodness, you're so tiny. It's so hard to get you guys to understand how small she is, but when she's standing just straight across, though, that wire's 4 inches tall, and so she just clears the second square, so we're just a little over 8 inches. When we stand up very tall, we're about 1 foot tall.
Very, very tiny. You're so precious. I know. You got your 3 little treats.
All right.
So we're going from our youngest bobcat over to our oldest bobcat. I think Moses is the oldest bobcat we have. He's 21.
Yeah, I think just over, because he's been on the no fasting since last year.
Yeah.
And what I'm talking about with no fasting, we stopped fasting. We only fasted for Panicure, and which is a dewormer, and Bravecto, which is what we use for our flea treatment. But Aaron and I also learned that fasting the small cats isn't technically ideal, because in the wild they would never fast. They're very opportunistic, and the smaller the cat, the more successful they are at hunting. So we continue to do it for, this thing is a mind of its own.
Yeah.
We continue to
used and abused today.
we continue to do it for the flea treatment just because the taste is so horrible that they are not into it.
I'm gonna put them back together.
Yeah, but we stopped doing it for panicure, so we don't have any issues giving them that anyways. But we do not fast cats that are 20 years plus. So Moses falls into that category, and his lady will follow into it next year. But she also gets just a little bit because she's close and she sees him getting food, and I think it's only fair. Also, I do not fast Summer. We really just don't know what's going on with her. And there was a time where we thought maybe she had blood sugar issues. So I make sure she at least gets a half a diet on the fasting day, just in case that is something to be concerned of.
Yeah.
And we also do not fast Kimba. He gets a half a diet, and that's just for temperament reasons.
Yeah.
If you don't give him food, he's grouchier than normal.
Yeah.
Gotta make that boy happy.
I hear the jingle.
Oh, now she's playing with her toy again
It
as
really
we walk
does
away.
sound like Santa's on his way. Every time we're over here.
Aspen, Moses, and Bailey are separated.
Great, we are coming that way right now. So Susan is working with Bailey,
I'm in back with her.
and we will work with Moses, and she has them separated for us. So we are featuring Moses today. I typically would have done his breakfast for the live this morning, but he gets meds in the morning every other day, and he has to have food with it, and I didn't want him to have to wait. But we years ago removed 2 of his toes because we took a lump off of his foot and didn't have enough to, I guess, like sew the skin back together, so we had to amputate toes and use the toe skin to fuse everything back together. It was very interesting to witness.
Did anybody find food for the girls in the white tea?
But we
Yes.
have him on a steroid every other day because he's been seen as wobbly on his back end, and that's probably due to just old age arthritis and the fact that we removed 2 of his toes. His balance may not be as great as it used to be. This is his little sweetie spot. Him's in there.
Come here for a treat.
So cute in there.
Mama.
She got snacks.
Do you want a treat? Oh, we do.
Oh, he does want
Let's
treats.
go very slow though, okay?
He's getting turned around.
Let's go very, very slow.
Here he is.
Ooh, here we go. Easy, easy, easy.
Good
Yeah.
job. I've never seen him actually dismount.
Me either.
there.
I was holding my breath a little.
Good job, Moses. Down. It's very, very
I'm
close.
getting close.
Moses, down.
He could probably use a little diet decrease. Sorry, Molly's fluffy.
I know, it's hard to get down in that size. In that old age. Lock out. Lock out.
And when we call them into lockout, we make sure that all 4 feet make it in before being treated. It's his back right that he's missing his toes. And you can kind of see, not to make it a metaphor, but it kind of looks like a camel toe.
Alright, let's see you walk
Sorry,
this way.
buddy.
Slow turnaround.
He's probably stiff from laying down too.
Yeah,
He's probably
he
been in there
just
since
woke.
breakfast.
I think he was, yeah.
He's our other brown boy.
Good job.
Him and Frankie got the brown coats.
Those beautiful eyes.
Yeah, blue
Bluish.
eyes.
Bluish green eyes. Alright, last one. Let's try a little bit lower. I know. Sweet old man.
Yeah, he has always been really good at coming right over. He'll follow you anywhere to the moon and back, but getting him to lay down in his old age, you can tell his back end is a little like, this isn't great. So when we start to notice those types of changes with their health as they get older, same thing with Kali. Like Kali, we just call her to the side. There's not a lot of making her lay down, get up and down, follow you too far, but just reinforcing that we can in fact get him to come to us, and we could shut him in a lockout if needed for
vet purposes.
Yeah, you can tell his wobbliness comes from that foot, because when he's at rest, he's not actually placing it all the way on the ground.
You did very good. You
Good
were
boy.
very eager to come out of that den.
Such a good boy. Very good to see you.
Yeah, you look good.
You're getting lots of hugs. Hugs and hearts, baby.
You're a good boy. Why don't you get some water now that you're awake?
Snacks. That is Beecher yelling.
Good job.
I feel like the difference between their meows is one kind of sounds like mom, 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 and that is Mouser.
Good job, buddy. Good job. You can go find your girl now. We can put you back together. Yep, drink of water.
Attaboy.
Good job.
Mosquitoes are terrible.
Yeah, it's so interesting because with operant conditioning, again, it's kind of a mixed bag. From day to day, from cat to cat, you never know how they're going to do. It's just putting in the effort to get them kind of used to it, and they do bond a lot with certain trainers. Certain cats will come right over to certain people, and then others won't. But it's a really great program. It was probably the program I wanted to be a part of the most when I first started out here, because I just thought it was a really important. And looking back at some of the old videos where you guys were able to, like, you know, give fluids or draw blood or do things like that, where you did not have to sedate an elderly animal.
Right.
That is where this starts. And it's just about, I mean, just like Hulona, like, okay, I gave her a couple of pieces up in her tower, she never came down, but the next time I go out, she's going to be like, oh wait, you had a stick with meat last time, so maybe I'll humor you this time.
Yeah, I think
just never give up.
operant's definitely important for that. It's kind of getting in control with an unpredictable animal.
Yes.
Also, the grooming helps with obviously just getting mats off for the cats that aren't able to because of arthritis or they've been declawed. But Zeus Tiger, Dr. Wynn and I were able to give fluids and injections from the grooming, the grooming program as well. It just what works best for that individual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
And they're all different. It's just kind of learning their comfort and your comfort with them.
That's a very long drink, Mama.
It is such a big drink.
That's important, though. Cats are notorious for not drinking enough fluids. So you're getting it done today, aren't you, Sarah?
Yeah, and another thing we do for some of these guys that need extra fluids is we give them popsicles of a variety of flavors, and there is a list of cats that get them every day just to encourage that drinking.
Good job, kiddo.
You gonna go back in the den? You gonna go see Bailey?
Oh, I think the door's still down.
What you gonna do, bud?
I can fix that. I'll open you back
Look
up.
at that brown fur in the sun. You're so handsome. What a best way to end the live with handsome Moses. And then pretty blue eyes.
Good job, Sarah. All right, both doors are open.
Easy, buddy. Yeah, I think he's gonna go find Bailey. Yep, there he goes. Oh, this thing has a mind of its own. There he goes. It's just turning.
Where do you think Miss Bailey is? I think she's all the way in the very
All the way in the back, sir.
Like, did you bring me something else?
He says, hello, Giving Tuesday. You got a mosquito on your nosy, sir. Okay, guys, this wraps up this live, but we will be right back at it here in probably like a good 30-45 minutes. We are going to give some enrichment to small cats and talk a little bit about the importance of enrichment and how it benefits them in captivity. So many hearts, buddy.
Oh, he's so handsome.
And then we'll take a brief break after that, and we'll go live doing meds with me.
Can't get rid of either of us today.
That is coincidence. It is my day. I do Tuesday PM. So.
Oh, that's gonna be
Oh, a
such a
sunny
warm place.
spot.
That's gonna
Oh.
be perfect, Bubs.
That is perfect. Look how perfect you are. Okay, so we'll see you guys in a little bit. Hope you're not tired of us yet, because we're coming back.
BRB.
Thank you to everybody who has donated and joined us along our Giving Tuesday journey. You can see me waving as my shadow with Moses. I prefer being on the camera this way. It's kind of funny.
Such a good boy.
All right, we'll see you soon.